What is up, everybody? How are you?
Yo, how's it going, guys?
Woo!
Welcome in.
We are super pumped. We are excited to be here today for today's Adobe Live Education Edition. We're super excited, super excited. I am Claudio Valley Jr., Education Evangelist at the Adobe with the Community and Education team, and I'm joining all of you from the state of Texas here in the United States. But I'm super excited here because I actually get one of my friends and colleagues to join today, all across, like we say, the pond, all across the pond.
That's
Different
right.
times, different time zone.
Yeah,
Meredudd.
that's right. It is supper time for us. It's tea time for us, or dinner, you guys call that. Yeah, so Shwmai pawb, that's Welsh for hello, everybody. My name's Meredudd Jones, and I'm also an education evangelist, but I'm based over here in Wales, one of the countries of the UK. So, croeso, welcome in.
Okay, so Meredudd, you're gonna have to say that again. How do you say hello again?
Shwmai.
Shumai. All right.
Very good, very
Shumai.
good.
And then for my Spanish speakers, hola, buenas tardes, right here. Buenas noches para mis amigos allá.
Oh, now
Yeah,
then, that was good. I'm not going to
yeah,
attempt.
yeah.
I'll say hola, hola.
Yeah, so Meredith and I both we work in the community team, and so we get to connect, virtually, obviously, and so as we're preparing for today's session, it was like, you know what, I was like, let's set up some time and talk about, for today's session, and we're going to share a bit about ourselves because we've got a lot of things in common, which is going to be part of what our talk is today. But yeah, we're like I say, we're something that inspired us to make this little special project that hopefully all of you will enjoy um, today.
Yeah, that's right. So before we jump into today's session, which is going to be absolutely epic, if you're watching live, give us a hello in the chat. Let us know where in the world you're joining us from, what time zone you're on. Are you a student? Are you a teacher? Do you work in a school? Do you work with young people? We love knowing who's here. So let us know in the chat who's here, and we'll get you some shout outs
Yeah,
as and when
absolutely.
you pop it in.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people already joining. Yeah, let us know. I see a lot of highs, good evenings, hellos. Let's see, Arif, and then I see Jack is here. Timothy is joining again from Toronto. Let us know where you're joining from. Bangladesh, awesome. Yeah, I'm assuming Bangladesh is probably it's nighttime there. So thank you for joining us
Yeah.
late in the hour. Yeah, so yeah, also if you are a creative, maybe you're writing maybe you do your own work, entrepreneur, have your own agency, really cool. I think today's topic is gonna be for everybody. Then like anybody can join. And so what are we going to be doing today in these next 55 minutes? And the goal was like to do this in under 60 minutes, which is we're gonna write. I would say write and illustrate, mainly illustrate a original children's book using Adobe Firefly. We're going to generate the illustrations, and then we're going to use Adobe Express to take those generated images and put them together into a nice little book. And then we're going to add some of our story to that. And depending on time, hopefully we're going to show you how to make it dynamic and add voices to it, which is going to be pretty exciting.
That's right. Nobody can say that we are not ambitious, Claudio. We are going to attempt to
Yeah,
go cover to cover from start to finish right here on this session right now.
exactly.
So, what are we
Super
going to learn today?
super ambitious, like you said, Meredith. Yeah. So like again, so we're gonna go through like the structure of creating the images. So and then again, once we create it, and the cool thing is that we're actually going to be sharing. We're going to be diving into Firefly, but we're going to be using boards, and we'll show you here in a minute when we show our screen here. But Meredith is going to be creating along with me. So we're actually both going to be in the same space. So you'll be able to see that happening, which is the wonderful thing using Firefly because you can invite someone to work on the project with you. And again, talk about like how we can use this in the classroom, but also like if you are an author yourself, like how can I use this? If you illustrate yourself and maybe you have a hard time with illustrating, but you can use like a tool like Firefly to like generate the images and put together a nice book.
Yeah, and if we get time, we will try to squeeze in some animation, maybe some voiceover. We'll go for the full production. All
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
So
So
let's have a oh no, yeah, over to you.
No, it's fine. Again, we're looking in the chat. Folks are letting us know. People joining from California. World Cup traffic in Los Angeles. I can't imagine the traffic. I know that we have. I'm here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. There's some games going on right here at the stadium in Arlington here. So I'm gonna avoid that area for traffic wise. Thankfully, I don't have to be in that area. But yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Make
The World
sure.
Cup is a
Yeah.
sore subject for us here in Wales, Claudio, because we didn't make
No.
it this year. We
Yeah.
we just missed out in the playoffs. So
Oh no.
if you see Bosnia playing during the World Cup, they knocked us out. So yeah,
No.
bad times,
Well,
bad
well,
times.
I guess you can adopt it. You can adopt a team, I guess, for
Yeah,
for
yeah,
for
yeah. I'm
the
rooting for
rest. Yeah.
Scotland. I'm
All
rooting for
right. All right.
the Celtic
And so,
brothers.
that's great. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Subscribe to the channel. You of course like this video and then hit that notification bell so you can see future announcements for Adobe Live Education Edition, but all the other Adobe Lives.
Yeah, great. All right. So, why does this matter? Why does this type of project that we're going to be looking at this afternoon, this evening, in this session, whatever time of day it is for you, why
Yeah.
does this matter? Well, writing and especially illustrating a children's book or a story for children is, as we've said, a really ambitious project. But, historically, if you wind the clock back 5, 10 years, it wouldn't even be something you would attempt to do in an education setting because it would take so much time and you'd need an illustrator, you'd need people with those kind of skills, going back and forth, agreeing on concept art. It would be an absolute non-starter. But today, of course, everything's changed, Claudio.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with Adobe Firefly and Express, it really has opened up, the ability for everyone to be able to create, and that's kind of one of Adobe's motto is empowering everyone to be creative and to create. And so, taking something an original story and being able to illustrate it, if you're doing it in a classroom as a project, a research project, or teacher, you can create your own read alouds for your classroom. Which is fantastic. Librarians, of course, and then if you are if you're an author, you're making your own little children's book. Maybe you want to put one out, get one printed. This is a great way to get open the avenue for everyone to be able to create.
Yeah, and just think about all of the use cases for this. Think of students making illustrated stories themselves, bringing their creative writing to life, seeing the power of their descriptive writing, and the more detail they add to their writing, the more the images are true to their vision. But also, imagine the power this gives teachers being able to use this as a tool to maybe address issues that have been raised in class, making sure that all of the members of your class, the nationalities, and all of that are all represented in the stories by actually custom creating this story exactly bespoke for the class that you've got. There are loads of use cases, and it can be really used as a vehicle for good.
Absolutely. And I think, you said it bespoke, and it's like really like customize the project. So think of this as, if you're thinking of doing something like this, thinking of it, like putting it together, like this is like kind of the way I was thinking of it. We were thinking of it in phases. Like you're gonna write the story, so you got the structure, the characters. You got kind of the breakout like of what your story is, and in phase two, we're gonna illustrate using like Firefly to generate the images page by page, and then the last phase is we're gonna put all those, like I said, we're gonna put all those together using Adobe Express. Of course, there are other Adobe tools you can use like InDesign and to put something together like this, but in this case, we're gonna use everything is web based, so we can all be able to do it. And in this case, we're going to use the Adobe Firefly. We're going to be on that web page, and then also if you don't have access to Firefly, you can do all the generating images in Express as well. So
Yeah, yeah, great. And of course, the best part that we don't need any drawing chops. So I love drawing, but I'm not amazing at it, especially the kind of level of thing we're trying to create here. So, no illustration experience required, just your imagination and the tools to bring it to life with the prompts that we
absolutely.
use. So let us know in the chat, guys. Have you ever tried to illustrate something? Have you ever tried creating illustrations? Let us know in the chat what kind of journey you've been on
Yeah.
with creating books or storybooks or illustrations for anything. Over to you, Claudio.
Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, we're going to be checking the chat, making sure we're going to do some more shout outs here. We got some more folks from India joining us here. This is fantastic. We got some folks in the US as well. So yeah, keep dropping where you're joining from and also the prompt that Meredudd just shared. So yeah, so the story, what's our story going to be about? And so we're going to have a little fun here. This is Meredudd and I kind of, as we were planning this, like what would be a kind of fun story. And again, making a children's version. So, the story is really is about us. And we kind of put the story, what we called it was Meredudd and Claudio finding a way to be friends.
Yeah.
finding, so like think about Meredudd the very first time we met is like it's like we knew each other virtually, but it's like I don't, how can we become friends? And so
Yeah.
Meredudd is go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So let's go. So let's tell the story. So I don't randomly usually start talking about myself in the third person, all right, guys. So but here's the story. Meredudd is from Wales. Claudio is from the United States. Two boys from different parts of the world meet for the very first time. Meredudd speaks English and Welsh. Claudio speaks English and Spanish.
Yeah, so we're gonna share things from the cultures, hoping something sparks a connection, but then nothing clicks. Like so, even the, like food and things aren't clicking until what, Meredudd?
Well, they discovered, the heroes of the story discovered that one thing that they both share, they both play the drums.
Yeah, we each have our like drums right here in the bag. You may or may not be able to see it, but yeah, they're right back over here. So yeah, we both do that. And so from that moment, once we discovered like, wait, it's almost that Spider-Man meme where you're looking at each other. Yeah. We're like, what? And it's like from that moment, it was like, oh my God, it was like and it's just everything just kind of just like, oh my God, like kindred spirits. And we started talking about our favorite bands and then favorite drummers, and they're like, oh my God, like, I mentioned Manu Katché, and it's
Yeah.
like Meredudd was like, oh my God, like not a lot of people know, like it's just like these,
Yeah.
unique drummers. I mean, he's played for Peter Gabriel, Sting, and he's got his own records. Just amazing jazz musician, but he played a lot of rock, obviously, with Sting and with Peter Gabriel. Just fantastic. So that's what it was. So here's kind of we'll give you the frame, but then we're gonna start creating the images. So basically, it is our ambitious goal is here to build a 10-page book
All right.
with all of you watching. So and then so we'll build a cover, and in the pages where we meet, and then like talk like the actual meeting point, and then trying out like foods and speaking. Obviously, Meredudd, you speak Welsh, I speak Spanish, so there's not that commonality, and there's like a little bit of silence. But then like, wait, you play drums, and then we start drumming together, and then we're friends. And so one of the cool things that folks that when we actually met, we were I think it was either the San Jose office or San Francisco, but there's a music room in one of the offices. There's an actual drum set there, keyboard. So we started jamming out together there. So that was a ton of fun. So,
Yeah. We
yeah,
didn't do much work that day, Claudio. We didn't.
no, unfortunately, yeah. So, all right. So let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive in here. We're gonna jump in. So,
Yeah.
and also want to give a shout out to our wonderful producer Jacob, who's does a fantastic job. Thank you, Jacob. You don't
Yeah.
always get a lot of credit. So he's making sure all this works for us. So thank you so much, Jacob. So what we're looking at is my Firefly screen here. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a board, because that's where we want to kind of build our images here. So if you've not used Firefly, it's just, you can find it at firefly.adobe.com. And over here on the left-hand side, I'm just going to click new and create a board, but you could also just click down here where it says boards. You'll see all the boards. I love using Firefly boards for a lot of my work. It's just fantastic. Check out all the other videos that we've done before about Firefly. You'll be able to check it out. So right here, I'm going to create a board. And so we're going to call this, again, like we said, this is the Meredudd and Claudio finding a way to be friends. And so one of the things that I don't think a lot of folks realize about Firefly is, we're generating images, but there's a text tool. and basically we can add text. And so what I'm going to do here, this is our title there, so that everyone can see. That's like our run. That's our kind of working title for the story. I'm going to go ahead and drop it into the title of the document. Let's see. Oh, all right. Well, let's just do this. Meredudd and Claudio find a way to be friends. Let's see. Perfect. That works. Okay. All right. So Meredudd, what I'm going to do also, and this is the great thing about Firefly, is I'm going to share this board with Meredudd.
Oh yeah,
And so,
perfect.
okay, Meredudd, you're going to have to remind me. It's a
Yeah,
Meredudd
yeah,
J
Meredudd J. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
at adobe.com.
you
So
got it.
there you
Yeah,
are. Boom.
yeah.
And then I'm inviting him as an editor because I want him to have full rights to be able to edit. And so I'm gonna go ahead and invite as editor. Uh, you know, so Meredudd will be seen there. We'll probably see him pop in there in just a little bit there. So the first thing we want to do is obviously Meredudd, I think we need to make a cover, but
Yeah.
we need to do something first. Like us, our characters.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, we need to just generate us. Yeah, as you
Yeah.
say. I'm in,
So
Claudio. I'm in.
there you are. I mean, you might be able to see Meredudd is floating around right there. And then one of the cool things about the boards is that it's an infinite space. Like we're looking at 82% of it right now. But if I back out, like it is literally like limitless. You know, space, the final frontier. You just go
Yeah.
around. So Meredudd, let's start off. So Meredudd's gonna generate his character, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to generate mine. So the first thing I need to do is bring in one of my images here, which is like one of my faces. And so let me go find one of my images to use as a reference. And this is going to be, let's see, let's find it here. Let's just use that one. There we go. And so here we're going to use these as our references. So the neat thing, so you see Meredudd has added his. So what we're gonna do, Meredudd, first, we're gonna work on our characters. Like
Yeah.
we
Just
need to generate our characters.
yeah, because once we've created a character, then we can use that character then as a reference in to put those characters into different scenes. So you just kind of need to create the character first, and then just it gets easier from that point, really, doesn't it?
Correct. And so what I'm also want to do as I'm working on it. So again, you may not be able to see Meredudd's side. He's basically doing the same thing I'm doing here. Is the model. So obviously in Firefly we have Firefly Image 5, and then we have partner models. And I'm going to go with the Nano Banana. I'm going to use Nano Banana 2. Which one are you using, Meredudd?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do the same as you, just so that we get a kind of
Consistency.
exactly the same kind of style.
Gotcha. Perfect. And
Um,
so go ahead.
Yeah, there are some great ones in there. I've had some really good results with a lot of them, and Firefly itself is really cool because it allows you to use the ideas, the inspiration, and the style picker. So just play around with the models, really, guys.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose that now. And again, you're perfectly what you said, Meredudd, is you just it's checking out which ones. I tend to go with the Nano Banana. It just it gives me the results, usually the ones that I'm looking for. Meredudd, I think, did we say we're gonna go with the square generation?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you just told me at exactly the right time. I was about
All
to
right.
generate in the
Perfect.
wrong.
So here's my prompt. It said a boy with medium brown skin, short dark wavy hair, with black glasses, wearing a blue t-shirt, black shorts, wearing a black ball cap, and friendly expression, children's book illustration style, flat color. All right, let's hit generate and see what we get. And again, you're going to see my generations. We can't see Meredudd's, but once he
Hmm.
has his, he'll be able to add it to the board, which is, again, we're going to be using these to create the images for the pages. So again, first start, you need to generate the characters for the story. Again, like Meredudd said, we want to have a reference point to use for the rest of the stories, for say the rest of the pages here. So we're just waiting a little bit for that generation to take place. And as we mentioned, we're going to be building the cover. So I think what we should do, Meredudd, is maybe go page by page and maybe do the cover at the end. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
let's
great
try
idea.
that. Oh, check
Yeah.
it out. All right, look at that.
What do you
Uh,
have?
okay, that's kind of cool. That.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh
hold on.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
try to
yeah.
move
I
it.
see it.
Look at
Oh,
that.
dude, that is cool.
That came out good. Now the only thing is, it says Sammy's big day. I don't know why I added that. So sometimes when I see that happen, when text pops up, is I will say no text, like no text added.
Yeah, I've got. I
No,
put.
that's
I tried it. I tried it without the beard, and I was like, that just doesn't look like me. So I put the beard.
so the young kid with a beard. Yeah, Miranda, you like yeah, you started puberty earlier right
Yeah,
there with your beard.
maybe
It's true.
I'll. You know what? Maybe I'll try another one without the beard. That looks a bit strange.
So, Merritt, I'm wondering because I noticed yours only has like, even though both of our images are kind of our reference images are like from the waist up.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if you add
yeah, full
a
length.
prompt to help, yeah, maybe like to help us get like full length. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Uh, okay, I've got another one here. Uh, some very similar style. I'm gonna bring this over. Um, which I what I could do because I do like that first generated one. I'm not too thrilled about the second one. I'm gonna give one
yeah.
more. I'm gonna go for one more.
The
But
eyes
also,
are the eyes are cool on that first one
yeah,
in Walking in the
and
Park.
I think I'm gonna follow suit with you, Meredith. Is I'm gonna put my next to my reference image up here. This is also one of those things within the boards. Oh man, that was kind of cool
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
yeah. I think that's the one for me. I think.
yeah. And then what you could just letting everyone know as you're watching is
Was that? Oop.
one more time. And
Oh,
then what I may do is go back to that very first one, and even though it has text there, is I could always use Firefly to remove the text, which is fine. But again, these are going to be our references for like the pages. So again, if you're just joining us, we're building our characters that we're going to be using for the pages of our story. So yeah, Meredudd, that looks great. I'm gonna move mine up there with you, and then I'll move the one I decide to go with. Uh, okay. Oh look, this one actually even put my little mole that I have right here. I have like a little mole on
oh
my
no
face.
way,
Yeah, actually,
dude.
that's crazy. Okay, let's. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Gosh, you know what? I just for some reason I like this first one.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with
yeah,
this one. Okay, so we both used a very similar prompt, a children's book illustration style flat color. Okay, so we've got our references. So we're going to be using these as our characters in our story. So, Meredudd, I'm actually going to I'm going to minimize this a little bit, and I'm going to
yeah,
move this up. So again, so now we're going to do is we're going to start building out our pages. So, Meredudd is going to work on page 2,
yeah,
and I'm gonna work on page 3. So again, Red is working on the same board as I am. He's doing it from his screen, and I am sharing my screen. That's what you are seeing. So let's go ahead and do this now. So let's do which this could serve almost as page 1, but that's cool. I'm gonna do this now. Now that I have this image, I'm gonna click here, and this is now going to become kind of the reference for all of the pages so that they all look like this character, like this cartoon version of myself. And so what I'm going to do now is let's see here. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at so yours says like mountains in the distant.
yeah,
You know what? I think this is a good start for page 1. And you know what I'm going to do here really quick, Meredudd, is
yeah,
I'm going to do a quick I'm going to do a quick edit here. Is
yeah. I think these two images are perfect for page 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to just say remove the text. Okay, so we got page. Yeah, I think you're right. Page 2 and 3. So let's work on. So now we're gonna do. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Meredudd, I'll work on page 4,
okay, and I'll do
and then
5.
you're gonna work on page 5 in the background. So
Yeah,
basically, you're gonna. What I'm gonna be doing is working on page 4 of the book, and Meredudd page 5. So people know, Meredudd, what are you gonna be doing on your side as far
yeah.
as
So
the.
I'm gonna bring the two characters together, and they're gonna be sitting at a dinner table. and they are going to be trying each other's food. So there's going to be lots of food on the table. So we're going to have some traditional Welsh food, and then we're also going to have so what would you say? Is it Spanish food
Yeah, so foods from Mexico, so it'd
or
be like
Mexican food? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so
Cool.
yeah. So if you need a
Now,
reference, like right there, you have tamal,
yeah,
which if you don't know what a tamal is or tamale, whichever way you say it, is basically a corn husk wrapped around with like a corn. It's like a maize
yeah.
masa. And
Now,
some people
this
like
is where, yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
this is where this is actually a work of fiction because I've been for Mexican food with Claudio and I absolutely love it. But we're going to pretend that I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, I got image 1 and 2. So I've put both of these images in. So here it is. Two boys face each other with awkward smile, slightly stiff body, one in Wales rugby shirt, and then now mine, I'm gonna actually say in a blue shirt. So folks, like I live in Texas now, but I actually grew up in California. So obviously I say, I'm a Californian and a Texan still, California is still at heart. So that's why I have my SD hat up there. So, okay. So let's see, we're going to hit the generate image here. Let's see how it looks like, as they're meeting. How does it looking on your end, Meredudd?
I'm
Still
still typing.
generating?
I was enjoying our chat and I forgot that I needed to actually do something. So
So as you're doing it, another tip here. So I'm going to move these down, and I'm going to grab I'm going to grab another text box, drop it in here, and then this is also, again, use these tools here. So this is page 3, and then I'm going to use Option and drag this here. So this is page 2, and then I'm going to show you a cool little hack here where I'm going to select, like, drag around Meredudd's generated cartoon image, and then page 2, I'm going to slide that over this way. So now you can see we're building out the pages. We got page 2, page 3,
yeah.
and then like I said, we're working on page 4. Ah, cool. Oh man, these are okay. I'm just going to show the first one that popped up. Wow. I'm going to hit generate again just because I want to see another generation. And then, like I said, this is going to be page 4. So I'm going to use Option and drag it here. So we've got page 3, and then this is going to be page 4. I'm going to get one ready for you, Meredudd. This is going to be page 5 over here.
Yeah.
And man, this is just like this. It's good. It looks good. I just like it. It doesn't look too awkward, but I'm gonna see what the next one. But as you can see, it kind of has, this one. Look at that.
Dude, look at this.
That one.
But
Yeah.
but I need to make them not look happy though. Do you see the one that I've just added in?
Oh man.
But they need to not look happy, so I'm going to try again.
Okay, I'm gonna just put this up here just so people can see that one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, and here's a really neat thing is, I don't know, I'm gonna zoom in here so everyone can see, is if you look right here in the back wall, there's the pennant. One says Wales and one has like a baseball. So it's kind of, it's looking at both cultures there, which is kind of very cool. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so neat.
I'm going to try and generate it again with them not looking so happy. It looks like we're already friends.
I know. I was like, it almost would seem like, and I guess if we can get super details, like saying like one is trying the food of the other,
Yeah. So are you able to click on that and see the prompt then?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, cool. There we go.
So Meredudd is still generating, but you can see that these two characters sitting at a canteen table, and food on one side, bowls of stew, and Welsh cakes on the other. Yeah,
it did say it said Mexican food, but here we go.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I put canteen because we do eat a lot in a canteen whenever we're together. So I just felt that it needed to be in a canteen.
Okay, now for reference, canteen is a.
Okay, yeah. So like a school dining hall.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. What would you call that?
Just a cafeteria. A cafeteria.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
We'll call it a
we do eat a lot in a cafeteria in the office when we get together. So I think that's got the right vibe. We do not.
canteen. That okay? I'm learning a
Yeah.
new word here, or not. I've heard a canteen. Like when like you go hiking, you take a canteen, you fill it with
Oh
water.
yeah. But then
Of that.
would you say cantina in
Oh,
Spanish?
yes, but a cantina is more like of a bar,
Oh,
like a
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Not that.
I don't
Yeah.
think it would be age appropriate for these
No.
to be in a cantina.
No.
Oh man.
Well,
Okay.
it understood me. It
It did. It
understood.
did. It
Yeah.
did. Okay, so we've got now I'm looking at our for some reason like our we have our notes. I think I'm going to do a quick fix right here, Meredudd, because it says
Yeah.
it doesn't have page. So we're just going to adjust the numbers on our we again everyone just like man, they're doing how these guys we plan for this. We prepare for these. So all right, Meredudd, I'm going to do number 6 and then
Yeah.
you get to do number 7. This
Yeah.
page 7,
Okay.
which is going to be pretty cool. Okay. So here we go. So page 6 is kind of following up with this one right here in a follow up to it. So let me do this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put page 6 over here. So page 6 is gonna be like basically there's a bit of silence. The boys are sitting down. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna drop this in. Two boys sit side by side on a bench, looking down quietly, a little sad. Soft warm light. I'm just gonna move that soft warm. Actually, I'm gonna make it a cool soft light because and here's why I'm gonna use a cool color because they're kind of sad,
Yeah.
so cool is kind of like we're not feeling 100%, we're unsure, so to kind of give that mood. While it's doing that, I'm just going to show you the one that it generated. There's the one that it made for me, Meredudd, but they're still too happy eating the food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it doesn't fit the vibe. So yeah, so we're gonna go they're there now while that's generating. I'm gonna go ahead and add some pages right here. So we're looking at time, and I think we're doing really good on time already. So we
Yeah.
are doing fantastic on time. So I'm just gonna number the pages, and I think we may not get to, I think based on our notes, but I'm gonna put page 10 just in case. So let's see here. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Let's have a look. Oh.
That is fantastic.
It's good. It's good. I think we're generating the same kind of thing here.
Did
I've
it make
got, yeah. Which one was I meant to do? Have I done the wrong
oh,
one?
you're doing page 7. Sorry,
7. Sit quietly. Nothing's. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. It's fine.
I adjusted the
It's
notes
fine.
there. You got
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
drum
Yeah.
part.
Oh.
Yeah.
So. Oh. I'm looking at the wrong. I think I'm looking at the wrong notes. I think. I
So you do
see.
you do the drum part. I just adjusted the numbers there.
Oh,
So
sorry.
okay, so we're looking at I'm just gonna pop into the chat. We got we see Gary from Colorado joining, Craig, Colorado.
Well,
Let's see. I'm
we've got
looking
a we got an alternative there then for that because I just did an alternative for
oh,
uh,
cool. For page 6.
page 6. I'll bring it
Okay,
down. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, very
Well, I've
cool.
given a little nod because we do actually share more interests than just drums because we both.
You know what that is. You know what I think that's a good one. Let's keep that there as an alternative.
I thought that was a little bit of an Easter egg because we both are
Yeah,
super into
yeah,
tech and cameras and stuff as well. So
exactly.
right, I need to get on with it. Right, because I
So
was.
so Timothy, who's joining us from Ontario, he says a canteen is like a small cafeteria. So yeah, I guess in the U.S. we don't use, we just say cafeteria. We don't use
Yeah.
canteen. But that's cool. So really need to learn like all these different things.
Yeah,
So
we would say cafeteria as well. We would,
okay, okay,
but a
very
canteen
cool.
is quite specific for a cafeteria in a workplace or a school,
Very
I
neat,
think.
very neat. I'm also just gonna so earlier we said like we asked have any of you ever created illustrations for a project, and there's a good amount of folks that have illustrated for projects, which is pretty neat. So thanks people for participating in that poll there. Let's see, Timothy, first time he used boards in Firefly, so many possibilities. Absolutely. Yes, I'm just pulling through. Fantastic. Thank you again, everyone, for being here with us. Okay, so I'm looking forward to the image that Meredudd will pop up, because this is kind
Yeah.
of where the friendship just um came together. And then, you know what, Meredudd, while you're doing that, I'm going to start jumping to page 8,
Yeah.
just so we
Cool.
can, just for time's sake. And depending
Yeah.
on how yours comes out, I may like use yours as a reference. Well, we'll see. We'll see how.
Okay. Okay. It's generating. So come on, Nana Banana, cook it up quick. Come on. Uh, we're
Very
waiting.
cool.
We're waiting. I'm
So,
hoping.
yeah, so yeah, this is fantastic. Um, I'm gonna ask in the chat. Um, so the two images where we're looking sad. So the alternative one that we're using, we, like you said, we had some Easter eggs in there. See if anybody wants to mention those Easter eggs there, and drop it into the chat. Uh,
Here we
oh,
go.
very cool. Look at that. There's that. There we go. The Spider-Man thing again.
Yeah.
uh,
Uh,
Jacob's like, we're loving the bromance.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very cool. Okay, so Meredudd. All right, so I think, okay, I actually checked this one out, but I think,
Oh, yes.
so. Here's what I'm going to do is so everyone can see. I'm going to keep that there, but check this out. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use your image as a reference. Additionally, just because I like this style, so I'm going to see what it does. I'm just going
Yeah.
to hit generate. So it's going to use those 3 images, our first 2 plus this room one. And while it's doing that, the great thing about Firefly boards is, and if you can see right here, I'm going to wiggle my cursor. It's generating the one that I did, and I'm going to regenerate the previous one that I did. So what I did is I just clicked into that generation, loaded the prompt once again, and I'm going to hit generate once again. Just I want to see if I get an alternative version of this one right here. But
I put
because
I put untidy music room because that room that we played in was a bit untidy. So I thought,
I
got some
love that. I love that.
cables on the floor, drumsticks on the floor.
That's so bad. That's fantastic. I love it. Okay, okay. So this, look what it did. It's only me playing there, but we needed
Oh,
both of
cool.
us.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
that which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're outside. Look at that.
Ah,
We went from indoors to outdoors. So here's what we're gonna do.
yeah. I think that's a good
Two,
one.
let's say
That's a good one.
2 boys playing drum, playing. Let's see, playing their own drum set together. Let's see if, because we want to each of us have our own drum set. So let's see. But I still, this does look great. Like that one right there that was generated does look good. I think that one's fine.
We got a
So
question here. We got a question here from Race and Tech, asking if I'm from Wrexham in Wales. I'm not from Wrexham. I'm from Carmarthen, which is in South Wales. Wrexham is in North Wales, but I was up in Wrexham 2 weeks ago, working with the students at Wrexham University, which is right next door to the stadium up there in Wrexham. So, no, not from Wrexham. I'm about 3 hours south from Wrexham.
That's fantastic. So we appreciate it. We see we're so thankful for a lot of you joining. I know it's late for many of you. Okay, Meredudd, check this out. Okay, so this one we're
Yeah.
outside.
Yes.
Which is cool, but I'm gonna add this playing drums together in a studio room. So even though I'm gonna leave that there for now, just
Yeah.
we're doing. I think we're doing good at time. So now we've got our last page, Meredudd. So why don't you work on page 9?
Yeah. So which one is that?
That's that's the
Friends.
friends,
Yeah.
the 2 boys, yeah. And then I'm gonna see how this new generation shows up, and I may swap it out, and then I may start on the cover page, which we may use. Oh yeah, look at it. Okay, I think I like this one better. I'm gonna do this again, everyone. I just want people, if everyone's watching, if you're watching on replay, is so we've got the image that I already put into my boards right there, and I've got this new generation that was produced. So I'm gonna drag this, and here's a really neat thing: is that when you drag a new generation, see how that highlights it right there. and then if you just drop it in. So basically, it's kind of like a
Yeah.
quick, it's like a quick replace, which is really cool. What do you think of that? I think that image, I'm okay with that image. It kind of,
It's cool. It's
it still
cool.
fits the vibe. Um, if we were going to be super picky about, maybe if we get to go to printing and the editors are like, oh, the images, they don't match. It's like, you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm good with
Yeah.
it. We could take a little bit more time, and we could have produced the actual studio room. Like we could have
Yeah.
generated the image and then put ourselves in there. That you can do that, but of course we're doing this in under 60 minutes. So we want to make sure and get this book done. And so while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. The two boys shaking hands and smiling at the camera. Let's see. So I don't know. I don't know how that will come out. I'm thinking of like for the cover, but I also like this image for the cover as well. So we'll just see.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily have to make a completely different one. So still looking in the chat. If anybody found the Easter eggs for this image over here on the far, if it's our alternative image, because we talked about we not only do we have the interest of drumming. Okay, so I don't know why you came out so tall, Meredudd, here on this one, but I'm gonna hit generate again. Or we can say the two boys.
So I've got just dropped in a picture of my drum kit that I got right behind me here, the one that I stand up to play. So I've got that here, and then I was going to put you behind the sparkly drum kit,
Oh, that is so cool.
and then I'll combine the both. So I'll use both those as reference images then.
Yeah, I like that. And you know what? Now that you say that, I think I'm gonna come back over here. I think I might use this one here.
Yeah.
Because then I like the one where you kind of generated there. And what I think, because I'm trying to generate a cover here, and what I think I'm gonna do here, let's go. Let's see here, cover. I think what I might do is just use this one right here for the cover. So here's a little hack, everyone. I'm just holding it down. I'm using a Mac here, but I'm gonna just hold the Option or Start, and I'm gonna drag this, and so basically that's gonna become my cover too.
Yeah.
This is just gonna help us. And then we've got our last page right there. So we said 10 pages. We're gonna do 9. Yeah.
I think that's good value.
I think that's good. I think that's good. Now we're gonna dive over into Express, and then we're gonna now put our
So
book together.
what flag would you want? Like a Texan flag, or what would you want?
Let's just do since it's like two. Let's do US. The US.
Okay.
USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So here we go.
So I mean, I grew up in California, and now I live in Texas. So it'll cover up. Oh, okay. This one's actually kind of cool too. That one actually kind of worked out. So this will be my alternate cover. So this will be the one that's released in Wales, and this will be the one that's released in the US. You know how they have different posters and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. So what if everyone, as you're watching, we're just recapping here. So what we went through, and I'm going to back up here and go to the top. And so, because Meredudd is kind of working on our last page here, is that we started off with generating our cartoon versions of ourselves, or not so much cartoon, but our illustrated version for our children's book. So we brought in our own reference images, and then we used a prompt. For example, is a boy with a medium brown skin, and so that was mine. And then Meredudd's was a boy with light skin and short hair, glasses, short beard. Now, one of the things is when I was a kid, I didn't have glasses, but I kept the glasses just for just for branding's sake.
Yeah. It take the beard and the glasses away, and it doesn't look like us anymore.
Oh man, that's so cool. That's fantastic. So you're gonna blend those two together? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah. So I've got These two characters on stage with their drum kits, lights and speakers, smiling at each other and playing the drums. Wales flags and USA flags draped around the place. And here it is.
Oh, dude.
I don't know why it
Oh
says
my God.
sparkle drums on yours, but
That's
but
all
it
right.
looks cool. That is
That,
it.
oh my gosh. Oh, that's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is this should work. I'm gonna see. What I'm doing is I'm dragging over all of these and let's see if it does it for me. I'm gonna hit download. It's creating these PNGs for me. So let's see if it does it right. Sometimes it takes a little time. If not, I might have to do each one. There it goes. Yeah, I did it. So what I did, just everybody, I just shift selected all the images, shift, and then right up here you see the little download button. So I just downloaded all of them. So let me just unzip that, and here it is. There
Nice.
are fantastic. Here are our pages. So so I added the alternative one. That's fine. We get to choose. All right. So now Meredudd, we're done with Firefly. So that was our
Yeah.
first part. And we're gonna jump over to Express, and I'm gonna start a brand new project. So everyone, we've left Firefly, so now we're gonna jump into Express, and I'm gonna use a square as our starting point to get started. And here's what we're going to do first is let's name this. We're going to name the project. Again, this is Meredudd and Claudio, a way to be friends.
Yeah.
And then we're going to rename this. Oh, okay, let's try one more time. Okay, this sometimes it acts up on me here.
Oh, I think you can click to the right of the cloud where it says untitled and just type straight in there.
Okay, it's giving me little fits right here.
Oh,
I'm gonna refresh.
a
Uh,
refresh. Can I get a
here we go.
refresh?
There we go. And we're gonna go book.
Yeah.
And move that. All right,
Yeah.
everyone. We're gonna hit save. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this with Meredudd because then we're looking at our time here. So let's see,
Yeah.
Meredudd. I'm gonna give you edit rights,
Nice.
and so now we're gonna do here is on the bottom we have these page actions. We're just gonna hit. I'm gonna hit duplicate 9 times to see, or 8 times. So we got one. All right, and then hit the squares, and then here we go.
Yeah.
Command D, Command D, Command D. Oh, too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we just need more. One more. All right. Okay, Meredudd. Here's what we're gonna do now. Everyone is Meredudd and I are both gonna be we're just gonna be working on the
Yeah.
pages. So we're gonna add our text, like our like
If you,
what's happening in the
yeah.
page. And
Yeah.
so Meredudd, I'll do the odd pages. You do the even pages. How's that?
Yeah. Can you put all the images up?
Oh, that's right. You need the images. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. What would be the fastest way? Oh yeah, let me just drop the images in here. Let's do that. Well, you see a recipe for food there.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so let me do this. Yeah. Now, because I'm sharing these, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna drag these, drop them
Yeah.
all. Here they
Drop
are.
them all on page one. Yeah. Cool.
They're all on
Okay.
page one. And so again, we're gonna go from page one. So actually, I'm gonna create an extra page right here, Meredudd.
Yeah.
So the first page is just the images, and the second page is we'll consider page 2, page 1. How's that?
Yeah. Fine.
All
Yeah.
right.
No
So I've
worries.
got the cover, and then you got the one after that. All right.
Yeah.
So let me start off with the cover, and we're gonna do this we're gonna use this one for the cover. I'm just gonna do copy and paste in here,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna do a little stretch. And so the name of the book again is Meredudd and Claudio, Finding Ways to Be Friends. So we're gonna hit the T for text, and we're gonna add this text here, this text box. I've already got my title copied here. Well, I thought I had it, so we're gonna try one more time. Claudio, Meredudd and Claudio, Finding Ways to Be Friends. Let's copy that title. Here we go. Boom, there it is. And so now what we're going to do is I'm going to find a nice font. And then we have our recommended fonts, but I want to find something that's, that's kind of easy for everyone to read, something that's not too busy. Let's look at this one, Meredudd and Claudio, Finding Ways. And they see, I'm going to look through here. Oh, here we go. I like this one right here. So this is our name of our book. Meredudd and Claudio finding ways to be friends. So we're gonna move this over. I'm gonna put this down here. And I'm gonna change the color to white.
Yeah.
Maybe add a shadow. And
Do you have a, oh yeah, is this the font we're using?
Yeah, I just use yeah. So the font that I found, it's
Alfarn. I knew it.
Yeah.
I recognized it.
Yeah. Here we're gonna go. I'm gonna add some. There we go. And then obviously I'm gonna do a shortcut. I'm gonna drag this, and then we're gonna just go by
so I've got a speech bubble on my page if you want to steal it for your page.
Oh, perfect. By Meredudd and Claudio. And so for this one, I'm gonna make the author. I'm gonna make that smaller and maybe change the color to black and not have a shadow. Just so, like, this is kind of be like underneath here. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Look at that. All right, so that's the cover page. Oh my god, fantastic. I love it. I'm gonna copy that, and so now I'm gonna go to find myself. We're gonna copy that.
Yeah. So for the actual story, are we using? I've used that same white text, or do we want to change that?
Yeah, we could use that. Yeah.
This is going to say Borada. There we go. Sweet.
Okay. Oh. Let's see, I'm gonna select this.
This is one of the most fun things I've done in a long time, Claudio. I have to say.
This it is.
This is awesome.
Hold on, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put the upside down exclamation. There it is. Upside exclamation in front. So we got hola, and then so I'm gonna add this text. So looking at, okay, so we're coming close to our wrap up, everyone. Like time wise, oh my gosh, like
oh yeah,
we're okay. I know we're gonna be a little bit out of time right here, everyone. So here's our promise, Meredudd. I think here's our promise. We're gonna finish. We're gonna finish our book, and we will share it out on social for everybody to see here. But again, so just really quick, let's do this. I'm just gonna grab the images. Let's see, this was the food one, or no, that we had what was it that we were like kind of scared when we met. It was an awkward meeting.
Yeah,
which is right there. That was the awkward meetup.
Yeah, and then we got the food.
And then we had the food, which was like, we like, I mean, I don't get, we're just not clicking.
Yeah.
and
then the sad times with yeah, there we go.
And then we got a little bit.
And then we got the music, and then it's the music room.
Sad times, we got the sad meme, and then we got the music room, which is this one right here. And you're like, wait a minute, you play drums? I play drums.
Yeah.
You like Manu Katché? I like Manu Katché.
I love Manu Katché, man.
You're like, I'm gonna throw another one for the audience. Do you like Jeff Porcaro? I do like Jeff Porcaro.
Yes.
So
I've just copied and pasted that text.
Perfect.
And then I'm just going in and replacing it with the correct text. I also thought that it needed a bit of help to lift off the page. So I do have just a black fade from the design assets. You see on the bottom, just kind of lifts it a bit.
Yeah, I love that. That works. Perfect. So everyone, as you can see, what we're doing is we built out our pages again, and we did it all in Firefly. And then as Meredudd is going through, so like again, that is our story. Meredudd and Claudio finding ways to be friends. And here's Meredudd. He's in Wales. I didn't get a chance to add my text, but you can see like we built out the story. And then, oh my gosh, you like playing drums? Let's jam together. And boom, now we find like we're like we're buds. Like this is it here. We're like we just like the bromance for reals. Yeah, definitely. So thinking like as we wrap up here, because I know we're at time, everybody, but think about all the ways you can use this in your classroom. If you're writing your own book, Firefly, generate images, then take into Express. Um, Meredudd, anything else you want to write? Because I know we've got to close out here, but anything else you want to
Yeah, I
share out?
mean, just a massive thank you for everyone in the comments. I think if you've got a minute, Claudia, it would be great if we could share how you can get involved in our communities, because we've got bespoke communities for you as educators and for you as students. So if you work around
Absolutely.
education, we've
Yeah.
got basically one slide with all of
Yeah,
the
well, actually,
information you need.
I think let's see. Do I got it up here? Yeah, I got it up there.
All right.
And also, I dropped it into the chat as well. So yeah,
Oh, perfect.
we've got a higher ed community, we've got a higher ed student community, and then we have our K-12 educator community. So we have space for you. We have space for everyone. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you all joining. Don't miss next week. Next Friday is going to be our colleagues Wezzy and they're going to be doing some Juneteenth activities with Adobe Express. So you don't want to miss out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed. I know we had a super ambitious plan,
We
but
didn't do too bad. We
we
did
promise
okay.
yeah. We promise we'll share out the final book to you all on socials. Be sure to follow us to see that. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye. Hwyl fawr.